Once upon a time, in a bustling city far, far away, there was a grand, towering building that sparkled in the morning sun. This wasn't just any building, it was the House of Markets, a place where fortunes were made and lost in the blink of an eye. The House of Markets was where traders, merchants, and investors from all over the land gathered to buy and sell shares of companies, hoping to strike gold. One day, a young man named Leo stood at the gates of the House of Markets. He had traveled from a small village, eager to understand the mystery behind the stock market. He had heard tales of people who had mastered the art of investing, using ancient methods and studying charts with the precision of a scientist. But Leo wasn't like them. He wasn't just curious about the market. He was fascinated by technology. And he believed that technology could hold the key to unlocking the market's greatest secrets. With determination in his heart, Leo walked through the bustling halls of the House of Markets, his eyes wide with wonder. Everywhere he looked, people shouted numbers, waved papers in the air, and whispered excitedly about trends and predictions. But Leo didn't get swept away in the chaos. Instead, he focused on his mission. There must be a way, Leo whispered to himself, a way to use technology to understand the market better than anyone else. That evening, after a long day of observing the traders, Leo found himself standing by a fountain in the courtyard, lost in thought. As the stars twinkled above, a gentle voice interrupted his thoughts. "You seem troubled, young man," said an elderly figure stepping out of the shadows. His robes shimmered with symbols of gears and circuits, and his eyes sparkled with wisdom. "Why are you here?" Leo hesitated for a moment, but then spoke. "I'm trying to understand the stock market. Everyone here relies on instinct and old methods, but I believe technology can give us the answers. I want to create something powerful, something that can predict the market better than any human ever could." The old man smiled, his eyes twinkling. "Ah, you speak of the legendary algorithm. Few know of its existence, and even fewer have the courage to seek it out. But beware, for while the algorithm holds great power, it also tests the hearts of those who use it." Leo's curiosity was piqued. What is this algorithm, and how can I find it? The old man nodded and waved his hand, summoning a map that hovered in midair. The algorithm lies hidden in the forest of data, deep within the land of logic. But to reach it, you must first pass 3 trials, each one testing a different tech-driven investment strategy. Only then will you be worthy of its power. Without hesitation, Leo accepted the challenge. "I will find the algorithm and master it. Thank you for showing me the way." The old man smiled. "Remember, young Leo, the algorithm is not just about profit. It holds the wisdom of balance and responsibility. Use it wisely." With those words echoing in his mind, Leo set off on his journey to the forest of data. The path was long and winding, filled with twists and turns, but Leo's determination never wavered. After days of travel, Leo arrived at the entrance to the forest of data. The trees here weren't like ordinary trees. Their branches glowed with numbers, and their leaves shimmered with equations. As Leo ventured deeper into the forest, the numbers began to swirl around him, forming patterns and codes. Suddenly, the air around him crackled with energy, and a figure appeared before him. This figure, made entirely of glowing data points, spoke in a mechanical voice. To pass the first trial, you must master the art of big data analysis. In the stock market, understanding patterns and trends is essential. But more importantly, you must learn to filter out the noise and focus on the signals. Leo nodded. He knew this was true. The market was filled with endless streams of information, news reports, company earnings, social media chatter. But not all of it mattered. Only some of it was truly valuable. The figure continued, "Analyze the data before you. Find the true trend within the noise. Only then will you pass." Leo took a deep breath and focused. He studied the swirling numbers, searching for a pattern. At first, it seemed impossible. So much data, so much chaos. But then, he remembered what the old man had said. Focus on the signals. Slowly but surely, the noise began to fade, and a clear pattern emerged. It was a trend, one that showed a rising opportunity in the market. Leo smiled, knowing he had found the answer. The data figure nodded in approval. "You have passed the first trial, but remember, big data is only the beginning. You must learn to use it responsibly, for data without wisdom can lead to ruin." With that, the figure vanished, and the path ahead opened. Leo pressed on. Leo soon reached a wide river, its waters shimmering with lines of code. This was the river of algorithms, a place where traders had come for centuries to craft their trading strategies. But the river was dangerous, for it required precision and skill to navigate. As Leo stood at the edge of the river, another figure appeared. This one, a digital avatar, its form constantly shifting and evolving. The second trial is the trial of algorithmic trading, the avatar said. "Here, you must create an algorithm that can navigate the market's ups and downs. Your algorithm must be adaptive, able to learn and grow with each new challenge. But beware, if it becomes too greedy or reckless, it will lead to disaster." Leo knew this was the heart of his journey. He had studied algorithms before, but now he had to create one that could truly master the market. With determination, Leo began coding. He crafted an algorithm that was balanced and fair, one that could react to changes in the market without being too aggressive. He programmed it to learn from its mistakes, adapting and improving with each trade. As the algorithm took shape, Leo tested it on the river of algorithms. At first, it struggled, making a few bad trades here and there. But over time, it learned. It began to navigate the river with ease, predicting market movements with precision. The avatar smiled. You have passed the second trial. But remember, an algorithm is only as good as the intentions behind it. Use it for good, and it will bring you fortune. Use it for greed, and it will bring your downfall. Leo nodded, grateful for the wisdom. He crossed the river and continued his journey. At last, Leo arrived at the Temple of Ethics, the final trial. The temple was ancient, its walls inscribed with the stories of traders who had come before him. Inside, a wise sage sat on a throne of light, waiting for Leo. The final trial is one of ethics, the sage said. You now have the power of big data and algorithmic trading at your fingertips. But with great power comes great responsibility. How will you use this power? Will you enrich yourself at the expense of others? Or will you use it to help those in need? Leo knew this was the most important trial of all. He thought back to the traders in the House of Markets, many of whom had grown wealthy through greed and manipulation. But that wasn't the path he wanted to follow. I will use my knowledge to create a fair and just market, Leo said, his voice steady. I will help others understand the power of technology, so they too can make informed decisions and improve their lives. The sage smiled. You have passed the final trial. You are now worthy of the algorithm. With a wave of the sage's hand, a glowing scroll appeared before Leo. This was the legendary algorithm, a tool of immense power and wisdom. Leo returned to the House of Markets, armed with the knowledge of big data, algorithmic trading, and ethics. He no longer sought to make quick profits or manipulate the market. Instead, he focused on creating a fair and balanced system, one that used technology to empower all traders, from the richest to the poorest. As word of Leo's success spread, people from all over the land came to learn from him. He became a teacher, sharing his knowledge of tech-driven investment strategies with those eager to understand the power of the market. But Leo never forgot the lessons he had learned on his journey. He knew that technology, while powerful, was only a tool. It was the heart and intentions of the person using it that truly mattered. And so, the House of Markets became a place of fairness and wisdom, where technology and ethics worked hand in hand, all thanks to the magical algorithm and the young man who had the courage to seek it out.